And you're starting to see a lot of that, which is why it continues to be so important to be mindful with the basketball.
Mills buries the three. Siakam, awkward delivery. Barnes had to seal the bucket and the foul. Thomas couldn't quite get his feet set. Difficult shot, not for Cam. 17-13, Toronto in front, about midway through the first. Aldridge getting ready to check in for Brooklyn. Achua, the rainbow is short. Around the Drummond screen. Guarded by Trent, third in the NBA in steals. Thomas can't finish. Drummond puts it down, surrounded, finds Griffin, connects! One game behind the Raptors in the standings. Thomas into traffic and had it raked away. Achua.
But he's someone that if he starts to get hot, he's very streaky.
Mills looked like he was fouled by Achua. Gets a nice hand from the crowd here. Thomas connects and the foul. Oh, they're going to call it offensive on Thomas. Thompson has it. That ended a string of 4 straight makes from Toronto. Here's Thomas dashing through the paint. That is a tough.
Bread and butter comes from and just his footwork and his moves and how he can feel a body behind him.
Thomas, that's going to be a charge.
Bread and butter comes from and just his footwork and his moves and how he can feel a body behind him.
Thomas, that's going to be a charge. In Milwaukee. Siakam, no. Siakam, no.
Well, think about how much the Nets took advantage of Milwaukee turnovers.
Yeah.
Be able to create and generate offense. Quite a different story here tonight.
12 now for Brooklyn as the tip is good.
And how he was able to generate points. So this is a tough team.
Bruce Brown gets to it. Here's Curry. Scored 20-plus 11 times so far in his rookie season. Most by a Raptors rookie since Charlie Villanueva back in 05-06.
Well, I think the impressive thing, and I mentioned this earlier with Scotty, he came into the league as someone who you knew would be an excellent defender and how he would integrate himself at that end of the floor. But it's also the teammates and their awareness of it. Everyone understands what Siakam was doing, and now you see it once again.
Trent off the steal. That's a goaltend.
I'll also say this, credit to the Raptors, they have not let up for a second. Regardless of the lead, regardless of what it's looked like, they have continued to keep coming at them.
30-point Raptor lead. Boucher, high arcing three, won't go. Seasons he had 20 career threes. Cam Thomas. Looks like there was some contact there. You were having in these two games, you would have signed up for a split.
Well, and the thing that you got to be aware of is that there's a great likelihood that Fred VanVleet will play tomorrow. He was questionable tonight. Malachi Flynn stepped in and did a really nice job. The three-point shooting was superb.
Edwards hits the corner three.
Yeah.
Complete violence.
And I feel like that's how Watanabe was introduced to NBA fans and into the league. So
I always think of when you think about introductions, Blake Griffin on Timofey Mozgov. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Probably YouTube it every once in a while, right? I would. Thomas hits his free throws. Loose ball, Karam's out to Thomas. Both he and Alex Len had put out a joint statement a few days ago after Russia invaded Ukraine. A little shaken up for Toronto. Just signed another 10-day for the Raptors. He's down on the other end because he was gimpy. Gonna be able to just get up and finish it, but he is clearly in pain. Watanabe slides in, gets rejected by Claxton. Here's Thomas. buries the three.
But start to finish, Toronto has just broken down the Nets defense in a way, his ball movement, body movement, whether it's been man, whether it's been zone.